Okay, Ben, so you came from set 3, so you did the higher tier in the summer, and in the higher tier you ended up with a grade D. So this is your first shot at the foundation tier paper. You're very confident with your estimate, so let's see how close to that you get. If you're anywhere near that, then you're going to guarantee yourself a C. 10,102. Right, this one is wrong with you because the 4 has to be there to make it even, but these two, if you write those the other way around, you end up with a larger number than the one that you've got. So you're going to lose that mark there. So total for question 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 and 34 are correct. 8,000 is right. Now here, you have to write it in the order that they give it to you and not in the decimal form. So you've got it ascending, which is right, but you need to be writing it as 0.73, 3/4, 77%. And that is how you estimate good. So 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 on that first page. 67 and 12 are correct. That one's wrong. Hockey is right. That is right, and that is right. So you've muddled up your counting of R's. What they're looking for there is for you to lay that out as a tally chart, which makes it easier not to make the mistake that you've made. So what they're looking for is a table like that: sport, tally, freak for frequency, and then you're doing this little bunchy thing, etc, etc. Okay, so there's 2 marks for that. You're only going to get 1. Lay it out like that and you're less likely to miss something out. Now there's 4 marks for this graph. You're going to lose a mark because you haven't finished the graph off. Okay, so they want to see all the columns completed. You're going to lose a mark because you haven't told me what each axis stands for. This one you need to say is frequency, and this one gives us the context of what the graph is all about. So choice of sport in this case. The mode is the most popular, which in this case is rugby. So you get that. So of the 4 marks for that graph, you're going to lose 2, incomplete graph and not labelled. 42 is right. Now that is wrong. Centimetre squared is area, perimeter is the distance all the way around. But because it's not asking you for the units, you won't get penalised. And 54, this time they are asking you for the units. You have chosen the right ones, so you get that mark there. So 9 for the page. 6x is right, 66 is right. Now, one of those points is right, the other 2 are wrong. But because you haven't labelled any of them, you're not going to get any marks. What you need to do, as far as learning is concerned, is remember that the first number is always the x number, the across number, and the second number is always the up and down number, the y. So 6, -5, you're going across 6, down 5. So that one is right. However, you haven't told me that that is point A. So I can't give you the mark. The next one, you're going -2, -4. So you put a cross there and tell me that that is B. And then C is going -3, up 3, you put a cross there and tell me that that is C. Then we're on to our triangle, and you can see there that yours is not quite 54 degrees. so a little bit under, but that the length is okay for 9. So of the 3 marks there, you're going to lose a mark for that one just being out, so you're going to get 2. Okay, so make sure that you know how to use one of these things. You put the center on the corner B, line the 0 up along the line, and then go to 54. And you can see that the problem you've got is that you've used this thick, horrible pencil, which isn't very sharp, and you've got 2 lines going there. Okay, so use a sharper pencil. Obtuse is no such thing. Obtuse is one that's bigger than 90 degrees. Acute, that one's acute, less than 90. And reflex is the one that we're looking for, which is bigger than 360. So there's only 2 marks on that question, giving you 5 for the page. Okay, so what have you done here? So you want to work out the depth of the tank, so you do 22. So what you've done is you've added those 2 sides together and then halved it for some reason, which is completely wrong. The volume is the length times the width times the height, and you need to know that 2 litres is 2,000 centimetres cubed. So there's quite a few mistakes there. Take a look how I go through that in the video solution and see if you can work it out. With this one, yes, well done. So you're telling me there that those points are in the wrong place. So you've done enough to recognize your mistake and you get those marks. That and that aren't reflection lines. It's only this one. So you've got 2 incorrect ones. You're not going to get that one, but you will get that one correct. So 3 for the page. With this graph, just check you got your points in the right place. Yeah, points are good. What you then need to do is draw a line going through the points that you've plotted. Okay, so you're going to get 1 mark for plotting the points. You're going to lose a mark because in order to have a conversion graph, you need to have that line going through it. And then your estimate is 960, which is correct. So you've used your graph correctly to work that out. That's good, well done. So 2, 4, 5 for that page. This is wrong. It's not 2 out of 8. So 2 or less, so you're going to go back to your table and you want to count how many scores are 2 or less. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times out of, you get 10 chances of winning, and then the total number of chances of winning there, all those numbers are 16. So both of those are wrong, so no marks for that. If 80 people win the game, then for your estimate, 20 is correct. And then 90 times 80 is 72. 20 lots of £1.20 incorrect, but it doesn't matter. Your method is right, and that will be right because the only mistake that you've made there is the probability originally, which you've already been penalised for. 4 kilograms is right as well. Well done. 7 marks for the page. 36 and 90 is 126, which is correct. You don't then divide it by 2. All of those angles add up to 180. So you do 180 take away 126. So your method is wrong there. And here, you need to know here that angles inside this shape, quadrilateral, add up to 360. So you need to take those 3 away from 360 and it will give you that. You then take that away from 180 to work out that angle. So that's certainly something we're going to be practicing in the next few weeks. Your scatter graph looks good. Let's just check. Yeah, all of those points are in the right place. It's positive. Your line of best fit is a good line, and your estimate for 90 customers is 450. So you got full marks there. 2, 4, 5. 5 for the page. And that is a correct method as well. Okay, 700 lots of 0.06 isn't 420, it's 42. 350 divided by 5, where's the 350 coming from? So you got your method correct there, but your maths is wrong. 350 divided by 5. Not sure what you've done there, Ben. I can't see where that line has come from. And then you're saying 30. No, I can't see what you're doing there. 700 times 0.02, I can see that. And again, right, I can work out what you're doing now. So first of all, you've done 700 times 0.02, which you were saying is equal to 140, and it's not. It's equal to 14. You're then adding the 30 on. But then you've got to work out what 20% off is. So your maths there is not right, and your communication is not there at all. I can't work out, or I struggle to work out what you were doing there. The whole point of the communication marks are that you're telling me what you're doing. So you're not going to get any more marks for that. So 3 for the page. Take a look how I work through that on the video clip. Okay, so we got 2 cubed, 3 squared, 13. 2 cubed is right. The 3 squared is right, and the 13 is right. So you're going to get the 3 marks for that, and that's not what they're looking for there. This is what we're going to go through on Monday, so we'll come back to that, and you should be able to get your head around that okay. And this one, and again, it's an angles property question. You need to know what angles on a straight line add up to, but those 2 little marks there are telling you that's an isosceles triangle. Have a look at the video, see if it makes sense. Right then, Ben, so you were estimating 78. I don't think you've got there, but I'm hopeful that you're going to get more than 60 for a C. 17, 22, 31, 36, 39, 44, 51, 56, 59, 62, yeah. So you're a bit off where you were hoping to be, but that is good enough for a grade C. So well done.